Greetings! Welcome to Saint of the Week, the show where we choose one saint's feast day from this week and discuss their life and their impact on the church. The saint for this week is Saint Anthony the Abbot, whose feast day is January 17th, this Wednesday.
Anthony was born in Coma, Egypt in the year 251. His parents were wealthy landowners, and they died when Anthony was 18, leaving him their estate and the care of his younger sister. At this time, Anthony was inspired to follow the evangelical counsel of Jesus, in which he says to sell everything you have and give the money to the poor. Anthony followed this calling, selling the property and giving away the money, and entrusting his sister to a group of Christian virgins.
Anthony began to live an ascetic lifestyle, one of fasting, prayer, and manual labor. There is a common misconception that he was the first to live as a monk, but this is untrue as there were several ascetics before him. He was, however, the first to venture into and live in the wilderness alone. After 15 years of living near his hometown, Anthony left for the Nitrian desert and lived there for 13 years, relying on a nearby village for food.
Anthony faced many trials and temptations in his quest for prayer and solitude. Satan afflicted him with boredom, laziness, and phantoms of women. But Anthony combated these troubles with prayer and eventually overcame them. Enraged, the devil physically attacked Anthony, beating him mercilessly until he was unconscious. His friends from the village found him and carried him to a church where he recovered.
Anthony did not give up in spite of Satan's attacks, and he tried again, moving even farther into the desert to a mountain by the Nile River. There he lived enclosed in an abandoned Roman fort for 20 years. Even though he desired solitude, visitors came to Anthony frequently, seeking advice and counsel. He would speak to them through the crack where he received food, but refused to come outside or allow anyone inside.
Anthony finally emerged from his cell after some of his visitors broke the door down. Many had expected him to have either wasted away or gone insane from his living conditions. But he was perfectly healthy, calm, and rational. Amazed, they hailed him as a hero, and his reputation began to grow even more. Some of his visitors chose to stick around, and Anthony finally formed what is considered to be the first monastic community.
In the year 311, Anthony left his abode for a short time to assist the Christians who were being persecuted by the Roman Emperor Diocletian. Desiring martyrdom, he put his life on the line many times, engaging in arguments with the governor and visiting Christian prisoners to comfort them. In spite of this, martyrdom was not God's plan for Anthony, and he eventually returned to his home in the desert.
As his reputation continued to grow, Anthony received more visitors than ever. Fearing that these visitors would interfere with his prayer and worship, Anthony moved yet further into the desert. He traveled for 3 days before finding a small oasis, and he chose to settle there. Complete solitude still eluded him, however, and some of his disciples still remained with him until his death.
In 338, Anthony left the desert again, this time to combat the scourge of the 4th century, Arianism. Although he was not a very learned man, Anthony was still able to confound the Arians with his theology. He returned to the desert one last time and stayed there until his death, instructing his followers to bury him in an unmarked, secret grave. He died in 356 at the age of 105. He is the patron saint of skin diseases, basket makers, brush makers, grave diggers, and the Pontifical Ecclesiastical Academy in Rome.
St. Anthony the Abbot is renowned as the father of all monks, but he undoubtedly would not have wanted any such recognition. He led others by example through his profound humility and total commitment to his relationship with Christ above all things. He has left a great legacy to the Church through his contributions to Christian monasticism, a way of life that has created thousands of saints.
Saint Anthony the Abbot, pray for us. Our honorable mentions for this week are Saint Gregory Nazianzen, Saint Paul the Hermit, Saint Berard and Companions, Saint Charles of Sezzi, Saint Fabian, and Saint Sebastian. And of course, there are thousands of other saints who undoubtedly have their feast days this week, but there are so many of them that there is no way we could list them all here.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode of Saint of the Week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Peace be to you.